or unsteady mind. Okay. So we'll read from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, text 6. So please repeat after me. Bandhuratma manastasya
Bandhuratma manastasya
Bandhuratma manastasya Jenatma Jenatmayatmana jita Jenatmayatmana jita Anatmanastu satrabbe Anatmanastu satrubbe Vartate atmaiva satruvat Vartate atmaiva satruvat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. For he who has conquered the mind is the best friend. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain a greatest enemy. So please repeat.
For him who has conquered the mind is the best of the friends. But
Everybody
for
can
one
repeat.
who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy.
So please repeat. For him who has conquered the mind, the mind is the best. Mind is the best of friends.
Mind is the best of friends.
But for one who has failed to do so, greatest enemy. Mind lives always with the greatest enemy, and thus his life and its mission are spoiled. The constitutional position of the living entity is to carry out the order of the superior. As long as one's mind remains an unconquered enemy, one has to serve the dictation of lust, anger, avarice, illusion, etc. As long as mind remains an unconquered enemy, one has to serve the dictation of lust, anger, avarice, illusion, etc. But when the mind is conquered, one voluntarily agrees to abide by the dictation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated within the heart of everyone as a Paramatma. Real yoga practice entails meeting the Paramatma within the heart and then follows his dictation. For one who takes to Krishna consciousness directly, perfect surrender to the dictation of the Lord follows automatically. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamaiham Dadati Sapadantikam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhi. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी केशभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं गुणकारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यं। Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees today's morning class, especially Mr. Prabhu. Hear the voice. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
So this verse is very, very important. So Lord Krishna have explained about mind or characteristic of mind in Bhagavad Gita very broadly, because the mind play a very vital role in the practice of yoga system. Mind is the in charge of all the senses. Like we have our hand, so we have 5 fingers, and the 5 fingers are connected to the palm, correct? So similarly, the mind is the center point of all the senses. The mind is uncontrolled, the senses are uncontrolled. And therefore, if mind is not under control, then there is no question of yoga practice. Unless mind is controlled, the practice of yoga system is simply a wastage of time. One who cannot control his mind lives always with the greatest enemy. Thus, the life missions are spoiled. So in the Patanjali yoga system, there is 8 process: yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, and dharana, samadhi. There are 8 process, Ashtanga yoga. And the main purpose of the Ashtanga yoga by yam, niyam, pratyahar, pranayam is to control the life air, is to control, or breathing exercise is to control the life air, and thus control or subdue the mind. Because unless the mind is stable, mind is controlled, then dhyan will not begin. Dhyan, dharana, then samadhi. The purpose is samadhi. Goal is samadhi, to be fixed as the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. But unless the mind is controlled, how he will begin his meditation, dhyana. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that the purpose of practicing eightfold of yoga is to control the mind in order to make it friend in discharging the human mission. In order to make the mind stable and friend, favorable, in order to discharging the mission of human life. So what is the mission of human life? What is the mission of human life? Bolli? Okay, love of Godhead. Huh? What else? What is the mission of human life? Huh? Okay, what is the perfection of Krishna consciousness? Huh?
To reach the Bhagavad.
Reach the Bhagavatam. Okay, going back to Godhead. Going back to what else? What is the mission of human life? Service to whom? Okay. Service to God, huh?
To realize all the living eternal service.
Okay.
Realize our real position.
So the purpose of human form of life is to re-establish our relationship, eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of God. That is the purpose of human form of life, and therefore we have to practice spiritual life. We have to practice yoga. And now, in order to practice yoga, one has to control his mind and make the mind his best friend. And thus the mind will work for the mission of the human life. Mission of the human form of life. So therefore, Bandhur Atma Manastasya Yenatma Atmai Jainatma Atmana Jita. Person who have conquered his mind is his best friend. And person who have not able to conquer his mind become his worst enemy, greatest enemy. So unless we control our mind or subdue our mind, then we will not be able to execute our spiritual life. We will not be able to discharge or will not be able to practice yoga system. And thus, the whole human mission, the purpose of human life will be completely spoiled. So therefore, a devotee should make sure that his mind is fixed in Krishna consciousness. So, normally, in a conditioned stage, the mind is impure and mind is restless. Mind is not stable. Arjuna says, Chanchala hi mano Krishna pramati balabhadram tassaham nigraham manne vayureva sudushkaram. Oh my Lord, my mind is so powerful. My mind is flickering, chanchala, obstinate. Pramati is like mad. Balabhat, very powerful. Tasaham nigraham manne vayureva sudushkaram. I am not able to conquer. I can conquer the wind, but I cannot conquer the mind. So that is the situation of mind. It is easy to control the gross senses, but difficult to control and conquer the subtle senses, which is mind. So, when mind there is different types of mind. Whimsical mind and arrogant mind. So mind is the in charge of the five senses. So when mind is not following the superior instruction, so above the mind there is a intelligence. Above the intelligence there is soul, and above the soul there is super soul. Above super soul there is Supreme Lord Krishna. So when intelligence does not follow the superior instruction, the instruction of Krishna, instruction of Krishna is present. How the instruction of Krishna is present? Through scripture and through whom? Guru. Correct. Instruction of Krishna. Where is my guru? The instruction of scripture is present in the form of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means the song of God, direct instruction of God, or Vedas, or the different scripture. So the instruction of Krishna is present, and it is coming down in disciplic succession. So instruction of scripture is present in the form of Guru or our spiritual authorities. So when the intelligence or the soul fails to follow the instruction of scripture, instruction of Guru, or authorities, then his mind overpower the intelligence. Normally, intelligence is superior to mind. Intelligence is superior to mind. But when the intelligence is failed to follow, or when we misuse our intelligence, misuse our independence, and do not follow the instruction of Guru, instruction of scripture, then mind overpower the intelligence. Understand? Mind overpower the intelligence. And even intelligence is there, intelligence is not able to work properly. And thus, the mind become very powerful, and mind start following the dictation of lust, anger, greed, envy, etc. Because the conditioned stage, the soul is filled with impurities. Our heart is filled with impurities, all anarthas, desire to enjoy sense gratification, desire to enjoy lust, greed, anger, envy, jealousy, desire to break regulative principles, desire to perform sinful activity. Naunam pramatto kurute vikarma jadindraye pritaye apunoti. So living entity want to enjoy sense gratification, and thus they become pramatto. Naunam pramatto, mad, sufficiently mad. And thus they are, they want to do kurute vikarma. They want to do sinful activity. And the sinful activity takes the living entity to hellish planet. Make himself suffer in this material world. Asannapi kleshada asadeha. And thus he is forced to accept another material body, which is the cause of his suffering. Kleshada. मैं पहले बोला था, भगवान का शुद्ध भक्त का नाम है नारदा, नारायण को देते हैं. कृष्ण का नाम, माता का नाम है यशोदा, जस देते हैं. एंड शरीर का नाम है क्लेशदा, क्लेश देता है. आशापास अविरतो क्लेशोदय, आशापास सतो सतो क्लेशोदय अविरतो. Unlimited material desire, and due to unlimited material desire, we continuously rotate in the cycle of birth and death. So, but भक्ति का नाम क्या है? शरीर का नाम है क्लेशदा, भक्ति का नाम है शुभदा. The characteristic of bhakti is shubhada. It brings all auspiciousness, destroy all inauspiciousness. Kleshagni, shubhada. So, the cause of our suffering is sin, and one performs sin due to ignorance. And when one performs devotional service, all agyan and the reaction of sinful activity destroyed, and all good quality, all auspiciousness manifest. Shubhada, सभी शुभ मंगल दिव्य गुणावली उनके हृदय में, उनके जीवन में पवित्रता प्रकट होने लगता है। So the living entity, when disobey the superior instruction, the instruction of the Supreme Lord, instruction of Guru, instruction of Scripture, which is present, which is to liberate us, then the intelligence is lost, intelligence is overpowered by the mind. And as mind is the storehouse of unfulfilled desire, as the mind is always in the mode of passion and ignorance, as mind is the center point of all the senses, and therefore the mind follows the dictation of the lust, anger, greed, which is there in the mind. Understand? So thus the purpose of human form of life get completely spoiled, and therefore the only way to escape the trap of mind, only way to escape the dictation of lust, greed, anger, envy, all impurity, is to follow the superior instruction, is to follow the instruction of Guru, instruction of Vaishnava, instruction of spiritual authority, instruction of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So when we follow the instruction, then gradually our mind gets purified. When we follow the instruction, then my intelligence becomes steady. And then mind follow the instruction of intelligence for the Supreme Lord. So this is very, very important. Many times we are not ready to follow the instruction of Guru, instruction of Vaishnavas, instruction of Scripture, instruction of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And we think that I will do whatever way I want, or I think that how to practice Krishna consciousness. So when we bypass the authorities, when we bypass the spiritual master, then we come under the trap of impure mind. We are thinking that I will not follow. But you are following somebody. Whom you are following? Mind. We don't like to obey. That is the nature of conditioned soul. Prisoner does not like to obey. Similarly, the conditioned soul, which is trapped in this material world, is trapped due to his rebellious nature. His trap is due to his rebellious nature. He does not like to obey God. He does not like to obey God's representative. The spiritual master, the Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, they are the representative of scripture. They are representative of Krishna. Acharya Mam Purusho Veda. The Acharyas, the great personalities, the great devotees, they are the personification of Veda. Like you have some disease and to cure the disease you need medicine. But what medicine you need to take? How you will understand? Huh? Doctor is not that. Can you go to any dispensary or medicine shop and ask, oh, give me this medicine. This medicine looks very nice. Red color. And taste is also sweet. I don't like this bitter medicine. Conditioned soul does not like to obey because it's like a bitter medicine. But that is not going to cure your disease. So the patient has to take the medicine according to the guideline of the doctor. Then he will be cured. And the healthy life begins when disease is cured. The happy life is there when disease is cured. Similarly, when our rebellious nature or disobedient attitude is gone, we are obedient towards the superior instruction, towards the instruction of spiritual master, Krishna, instruction of scripture. Naturally, mind have no scope. Mind have no scope to do something wrong. So therefore, instead of following our whimsical mind, due to false ego. False ego says don't obey. False ego says don't submit. And we want to remain independent. But your independence is completely in imagination. Where you are independent? You are already in the cycle of birth and death. And now by the mercy of Krishna you came in spiritual life. Now your journey towards permanently independent, your journey is going back to Godhead is have begun. But if in that journey, if you do not obey the superior instructions, our spiritual authorities' instructions, then again you are going to be entangled, trapped by Maya. Saubhari Muni was doing tapasya. He was great yogi. And where he was doing tapasya? Is a holy place under the water in Yamuna. Can you imagine in Vrindavana Dham he was doing tapasya. And the great great devotee, the carrier of the Supreme Lord, Garuda used to come in Yamuna. And Yamuna used to eat fish from Yamuna. Now, this Shaubari Muni, he was doing tapasya for long period of time, and he made some friendship with these fishes. And he was thinking that I am the guide of this fish community. And he start feeling belongingness to this fish community of Yamuna. And when Garuda used to come to eat, this Shaubari Muni was not able to digest that. And he start developing enmity with Garuda. Understand? Shaubari Muni was doing tapasya for the Supreme Lord, and here is a great devotee of the Supreme Lord, but he could not recognize the position of Guru because of his false ego. Similarly, many times you are in the association of devotees and you are trying to please the Supreme Lord, and I am staying with the devotees, those are dear to the Supreme Lord, but I am not able to recognize their position. I am not able to recognize that how these devotees can help me in the progressive path of my spiritual life. Instead of making friendship with them, instead of staying with them lovingly, we make enmity with them and end up with offense. So Shaubari Muni, great yogi, he was doing meditation underwater for long period of time. Can you imagine? But he offended Garuda. He cursed Garuda. You can't come here in Jamuna. Can you imagine? Garuda could curse him back. But because he is advanced devotee, he did not curse back. He tolerated, not tit for tat. He tolerated that. He tolerated the curse. Okay, I accept your curse. Did not curse him back. And went away. But what happened in due course of time? Because of offense towards great devotee, Shaubari Muni developed desire to enjoy sense gratification in the heart. And later you know the story that he saw the union of two fish, moithun of two fish, and seeing the moithun of two fish, he developed the desire to enjoy sex life. The great rishi who left, suniye अच्छे से, sense gratification for many years, developed desire to enjoy sex life. And he left his yoga practice and came out from the water and went to the king Mahadham to marry with his 50 princesses. And later he married with 50 princesses. Many years he enjoyed family life with them. Many years passed. And when he was completely exhausted with sense enjoyment, he realized that I have wasted long life. I have wasted this most precious human form of life, which was a gift of God, which is a gift of God to going back to God. Instead of doing right use, I spend my whole life in sense gratification, even coming in the path of bhakti. He was crying, alas, alas, I did a great mistake. So therefore it is very, very important to be obedient and submissive towards our superior, towards our spiritual authorities, our Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, service authorities, to the verdict of scripture. The Vaishnavas, they represent scripture. There is a three checkpoint: Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru. Sadhu, the Vaishnavas, sincere Vaishnavas around you, the different devotees, good devotees, and then Shastra, the scripture, and Guru, your spiritual authority or your Diksha Guru, your Shiksha Guru. They are the checkpoint. They are our authorities. So when we disobey or when we bypass them, then we get trapped by the mind, impure mind. So more we become obedient, more we become transparent to them, more we become accountable to them, more we get out from the trap of mind. And we become protected. Krishna is watching, oh, this person is faithfully following the authorities. Then even there is a impurities in the heart, Krishna will not activate. Krishna will not allow your impurities to work, because you have surrendered to the representative of God. Krishna will not allow, though there is impurities, but the impurities will not work, because you have surrendered to Krishna through in the form of his representative. Are sincerely trying to follow the instruction, sincerely try to execute the order of Guru. So this is very, very vital. As long as mind remains an unconquered enemy, one has to serve the direct dictation of lust, anger, avarice, illusion, etc. But when the mind is conquered, one voluntarily agree to abide by the direction of the personality of Godhead, who is situated within the heart of Paramatma. The spiritual master, Krishna guide two way. From within, Krishna guide as Paramatma. Krishna will guide you. Krishna will instruct you. Oh, this is good, this is not good. This is right, this is wrong. And from outside, Krishna guide as a spiritual master. From inside, Krishna guide as Paramatma. And outside, Krishna guide as spiritual master. It is said that the spiritual master is the external manifestation of Paramatma. Spiritual master is the external manifestation of Paramatma. Conditioned soul cannot understand the instruction of Paramatma. And therefore, one has to follow the instruction of spiritual master. In our day-to-day life, we are not We may not be with spiritual master directly, like Srila Prabhupada disciples, but the devotees who are following them very sincerely, or the devotees who are there in the line, we should follow them, we should obey them. Our superiors, our spiritual authorities, our mentors, our counselors, our service authorities, our senior devotees. So, thus we can conquer the mind. We can be steady intelligence by following their instructions. So, spiritual master or senior devotees are experienced in Krishna consciousness. They are advanced in Krishna consciousness. They knows what problem we may face, we are facing. They have already gone through all these challenges in their life. So therefore, when you are very sincere and obedient to follow the instruction, then we can bypass the trap of mind. So this is the first solution, first and foremost solution. This is the first and foremost solution. What is the first and foremost solution?
गुरु का इंस्ट्रक्शन को
Spiritual master and scripture, and spiritual master is not always with us, then how to follow him?
our superior authority.
Okay, instruction is there. What else?
The supreme authority is with us.
Seniors. Okay, very nice. Or our spiritual authorities, the senior Vaishnavas, those who are following. Sometime you may feel that, oh, superior is saying like this, senior devotee is saying like this, but is it correct? Then you should go and clarify. You should go and, instead of act independently, you should go and clarify. Prabhu, you are saying like this, but scripture is saying this. How it is correct, I am not able to understand. You are saying like this, but I have desire to do like this. How your instruction is correct? How your instruction is good for me? If you kindly tell me. So don't be fearful to discuss with superior. Many times we fear. And because of fear, we are not able to reveal our heart. And many times we are little rigid. We make up our mind. Oh, I'll do this only. So this is due to our attachment. And then we do mistake. And then when we mistake, then we understand, oh, I am wrong. So So instead of doing mistake and go down in Krishna consciousness, come and open your heart. That Prabhuji, you are saying like this, but I have desire to do like this. So, can you tell me how your instruction is better than my choice? We think that our superiors will control our independence. So conditioned soul have a independent nature, want to be independent. But he don't know that independent is imagination. We are not independent. Either we are under Krishna, or if you are not under Krishna, you are 100% under Maya. 100% under your uncontrolled mind, which is the enemy. That is written here, see. One who cannot control his mind lives always with the greatest enemy. Thus his life and its mission are spoiled. एक राजा था और उसके मंत्री सभा में राजा के जो शत्रु है, शत्रु का एक चेला घुस गया और घुस के उस मंत्री सभा में एक मेंबर बन गया और वो राजा के समय हमेशा उठा बैठा कर रहे हैं और सारा खबर जो है पास कर रहा है। और राजा को पता ही नहीं है कि ये उनका शत्रु है। उसी प्रकार हम लोग सोचे कि मेरा मन जो है बहुत अच्छा है, मेरा हर बात सुनता है, क्योंकि माइंड हमारा सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन प्रोवाइड करता है ना, हमें अच्छा लगता है, सुकून लगता है, बहुत अच्छा है, मेरा बात सुनता है। अरे तुम्हारा बात नहीं सुनता है, तुम उसका बात सुन रहा है। Mind is not following you, you are following mind. Thus you became a slave of mind. Because you are very much attached. So Guru Maharaj says, we are not this body, we are not our mind also. We are not just our body, but we are... Sometimes devotee thinks that I am not this body, but I am my mind. Sometimes devotees, because they are in mental platform, they always follow the mind. They are not ready to follow the devotees. Because we are very attached to small things. Person who is able to follow happily the superior and devotees, they are more advanced. More advanced. They are free from the rebellious nature. It's a disease in the heart. Independent nature, rebellious nature, whimsical mind. So in my Krishna consciousness, I have experienced these are the problems which I also faced in my Krishna consciousness, the beginning days of Krishna consciousness. I was not able to follow the authorities. I was trying my best but not able to follow because authority is sometimes strict, authority is sometimes chastising, and therefore not able to follow. So by making lot of mistake, I learned something. So it's very important to be obedient towards the superior authority. Even authority might have some mistake, but if you follow, Krishna will protect you. Authority will suffer, but you will not suffer. because you have followed. This is Krishna's dynamic management. Understand? So this is the first and foremost solution. I have seen our Achyutananda Prabhu is very, very obedient. He is a great example. We have no duplicity in the heart, and therefore he is already advanced in spiritual life. And such devotees are very rare. When he came in Krishna consciousness, within some time I understood. Very quickly I understood. Many devotees were envious of him because he was a better devotee and trying to do something against him. But I could understand his advanced devotee, and I took care of him. So we maybe came in Krishna consciousness at the same time, but the devotee who can obey his superior or his authorities or his gurus, they will progress faster in Krishna consciousness. So this is the taste in our spiritual. This is the taste. The yogi do meditation alone in the Himalaya, and he don't obey anyone. And therefore, he is trying to control his mind and senses by his own. It's called Aroho Pantha. क्या कहते हैं इंग्लिश में? Deductive process. Inductive process and deductive process. By his own effort, he is trying to progress in spiritual path. But spiritual path is not like that. Spiritual path, mercy is coming down. Mercy is coming in disciplic succession. And we have to obey. We have to be connected. We have to follow, or we have to submit towards some superior, towards our spiritual authority. Then we will receive the mercy. Understand? Why the yogis fall down? Because they don't submit. They try to control their mind and sense by their own. But Krishna says, Doibi esha gunamayi mamo maya duratmaya. Mame boje prapaddante maya metantarante. When one can conquer the maya, Mame boje prapaddante. When person surrendered to Krishna. And how to surrender to Krishna? How to surrender to Krishna?
Chanting holy.
How to surrender to Krishna?
Chanting holy.
By surrendering to his representative. Krishna speaks, 4th chapter, text 34. Tad viddhi pranipate na pariprasne na sevaya upadekshanti te jnana jnanina tattvadarshina. Approach a bona fide spiritual master. How to surrender to Krishna? By surrendering to
Spiritual.
Guru, spiritual master, the devotees. We should not think, oh, I am already surrendered to Krishna. Why these devotees are there? That is Kanishta Bhakta. Kanishta Bhakta think that I am great devotee. I don't follow any devotee. Actually is following his mind. So more we obey our gurus or authorities, more we transcend from Kanishta devotee to Uttama devotee. We bypass our anarthas. Otherwise, you have to one anartha you have to cure. One anartha. And it will take many lifetimes. Instead of doing that, obey spiritual master. Obey devotees. Obey your superior. Obey your seniors. And if the more you obey, more you are protected. Any problem you face, take help from devotees. Take help from scripture. What Prabhupada is saying, what Acharyas are saying, what Mahajanas are saying, what great devotees are saying. Follow that. Try to implement in your life. So this is first and foremost process. By that, your sadhana become easy. Second solution is mantra, Mahamantra, chanting the holy name of the Lord. So mantra means man means mind and tra means trayate, which delivers all evils of mind. So when we every day chant very sincerely, attentively, the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Our regular quota of rounds, when we chant every day our quota round, like Srila Prabhupada said, chant minimum 16 rounds. Somebody may chanting less, but be responsible to chant your rounds. It's not like that today you are chanting 16, tomorrow you are chanting 10, and the next day 8, and then understand? That means you have no commitment. You are just flowing with the mind. And mind is working under Rajo Tamo Guna. 3 गुण के प्रभाव से सभी जीव काम कर रहे हैं. 3 गुण के अधीन में है. तो माइंड 3 गुण के अनुसार काम कर रहे हैं और गुण जैसे काम कर रहे हैं आप उसके अनुसार ही काम कर रहे हैं. इस प्रकार आप भौतिक जगत में बद्ध अवस्था में हैं. लेकिन जब भी आप गुरु का आदेश को पालन करो, प्रभुपाद जी बोला है 16 माला जप करने के लिए, वो शास्त्र में बोला है 16 माला जप करने के लिए, तभी आप क्या कर रहे हैं? शास्त्र का इंस्ट्रक्शन, गुरु का इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या है? आध्यात्मिक स्तर पर है. तभी आप क्या होगा? भौतिक स्तर को आप बाईपास करके आध्यात्मिक स्तर पे आ जाएंगे. समझ रहे हैं? अंडरस्टैंड? Therefore, we have to regularly chant our committed rounds. Minimum is 16 rounds. Those who are already chanting 16 rounds, you should be committed to chant your 16 rounds. And if you are not chanting 16 rounds, chant your committed round. And then come to 16 rounds. If you can chant 16 rounds, why to chant less than 16 rounds? Correct? If you can get 80% marks, why to get pass marks? है कि नहीं? अगर आपको 80% मिल सकता है, नहीं ठीक है, आप अगर 30% में मिलेंगे तो पास कर जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो आप क्या करेंगे? 30% ना 80%? By 30% you may pass but may not get job. Similarly, by chanting some rounds, you may be in Krishna consciousness but may not able to go back to Godhead. Therefore, to practice spiritual life, we have to become like Arjuna. We have to be like a warrior. Like Guru Maharaj is warrior. Never give up. He was in hospital for 3 months. Getting cure and again get disease. Getting cure, again get going out and coming out. Going to hospital and coming out. Going to hospital and coming out. Not able to fully cure. And the Rath Yatra is coming. Prabhupada's instruction was there to him. Come to Rath Yatra. He was waiting. The right time he came out. So that is called fixed up. Is fixed up to his Guru's instruction. So therefore he was making all the situation favorable to that instruction. His health, he was making favorable to that instruction. बाकी कुछ मिस हो जाए, गुरु का आदेश मिस ना हो जाए. बाकी कुछ छूट जाए, गुरु का आदेश ना छूटे. वही आपकी जीवन की सफलता है. जब end of your life you will see your life. आपने जीवन में क्या किया. अगर आप जीवन का एनालाइज करेंगे, अगर आप ये एनालाइज कर पाएंगे कि मैं जो भी मेरे लाइफ में जो भी किया, गुरु की आदेश को अमान्य नहीं किया, गुरु के आदेश को नहीं छोड़ा, तब मान लीजिएगा आपके जीवन कुछ ना कुछ छूटेगा इस दुनिया में. जब कुछ छूटेगा, कुछ मिलेगा, है ना. तो इसलिए बहुत बुद्धिमान होना चाहिए. जब आप कृष्ण कॉन्शियस प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग चीज बोलेंगे, भला बुरा बोलेंगे, लेकिन पर मन आपके उसके द्वारा विचलित या गलत दिशा में जा सकते. इसलिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है किसका संग ले रहे हैं. एडवांस डिवोटीज, इवन गुरु इज नॉट देयर, ही इज टेकिंग एसोसिएशन ऑफ गुरु, is connected with Guru, because he become mature to take association of Guru. Even Guru is not physically present, but he is connected with Guru, and thus he is fixed up to Guru's instruction, loyal to Guru's instruction. Then Maya cannot enter. Maya cannot enter. The impure mind cannot deviate that devotee. Mind play all like drama. So therefore, when we are chanting, we have to chant. We have to be committed to our chanting. And to chant nice rounds, we have to wake up early and chant in the morning. Not just somehow completing our rounds, Nam Aparad stage. And gradually you will lose your taste in chanting. Therefore the rules and regulation is required. Like why there is rules and regulation, morning program, wake up this time for chanting, this time for Mangala, this time for class. And then you have whole day for study. And if you miss this morning program, if we have no rules and regulation in our life, what will be the situation of your life? If there is no standard in life, no rules and regulations in life, no values in life, no guide in life, you are leading a whimsical, useless, spaced out life. Therefore, this rules and regulation is important. In order to elevate us. That's why the attendance system is there. Attendance is not to tighten us. हमें टाइट करने के लिए नहीं, हमें आगे बढ़ाने के लिए, हमें नीचे गिरने नहीं देने के लिए. समझ रहे हैं ना? तो इसलिए सभी भक्तों से निवेदन है, सुबह जप करिए और आपकी जप संख्या है पूरी करिए. तब ये जो जप करने के द्वारा जो मन शुद्ध होगा वो हो पाएगा. अगर आप दवाई ठीक से नहीं ले रहे हैं तो कैसे बीमारी कटेगा? है ना? दवाई अगर ठीक से नहीं लेंगे, दवाई से बीमारी कटेगा, लेकिन ठीक से लेना पड़ेगा ना. क्या? So therefore the second solution is Mahamantra, which can cure all the evils of mind, all the impurities. Impurities are like a virus and the holy name is like an antivirus. And we have to regularly chant our rounds. And when you sincerely chant our rounds, especially in the morning time, where chanting can be done very perfectly, very nicely, in the association of devotees, then the mind become purified and get attracted to Krishna. Now mind is getting attracted to so many sense gratification also. But when you sincerely chant every day, then you get purified. And when you are purified, then you realize your original position as the eternal servant of Krishna. And you get attracted to Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's pastime, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's Krishna Seva, Krishna Katha. Then your mind is no more attracted to the false pleasure of this world, which will only cause you suffer in the material world. So Prabhupada said here, for one who takes Krishna consciousness directly, perfect surrender to the dictation of the Lord follows automatically. When you practice Krishna consciousness directly, in yogis they try to follow the Paramatma, but Paramatma को follow करना बहुत कठिन कार्य है, स्पेशली कलि युग में तो पॉसिबल है ही नहीं. तो जब आप कृष्ण भक्ति को स्वीकार करते हैं, स्वाभाविक रूप से ही आप कृष्ण की सभी आदेशों का पालन करते हैं. जैसे जब आप कृष्ण भक्ति करते हैं, स्वाभाविक रूप से आप वेजिटेरियन हो जाते हैं, आपको अलग से वेजिटेरियन होने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ता है. जब कृष्ण भक्ति करते हैं, स्वाभाविक रूप से आप भगवान को भोग लगा के सब कुछ खाते हैं, और भगवान को नॉन वेज ऑफर नहीं होता है. तो इसलिए हम वेजिटेरियन नहीं, वेजिटेरियनिज्म के बारे में नहीं बताते हैं, हम लोग कृष्ण भक्ति के बारे में बताते हैं. तो जब आप कृष्ण भक्ति करते, नेचुरली आपका सभी आदेश कृष्ण के अनुसार हो जाता है. मन का जो ट्रैप है, कर्म का जो बंधन है, उससे आप ऐसे ही मुक्त हो जाते हैं. जैसे आप कृष्ण भक्ति करते हैं, स्वाभाविक रूप से आप सुबह उठ जाते हैं. क्या हमें सुबह उठना है, हमें जप अच्छे से करना है. कभी कभी हेल्थ इश्यू हो सकता है, otherwise we should be accountable. The boys, there is a devotees who are taking care of us, helping you to get up early in the morning. So they are helping you to come closer to Krishna, and we should not think that they are our enemy. समझ रहे हैं? वो आपको मदद कर रहे हैं माया के उस पार माया एक समुद्र के जैसा है और उसके उस पार है आध्यात्मिक जगत, उधर जाने को। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, भक्त वृंद की, गौर प्रेमानंदे। एनी क्वेश्चन? एक और दो क्वेश्चन?